The latest we can report the name of the suspect that investigators have homed in on. His name is Shamsud Din Jabbar, 42 years old, a U.S. citizen, resident of Texas. There are previous criminal record, including theft and driving with a suspended license. So we're starting to piece together the profile of the man who carried out this attack at this time. So chilling. It does appear that this person took some time to prepare for this, prepared the vehicle. It looks like there was a flag. Investigators are saying they're investigating whether it's an ISIS flag or possibly another terror group, foreign terror group's flag.
Did this vehicle belong to the suspect?
It seems the vehicle was obtained through like a ride share app program in Texas. So it was like a rented vehicle. So that's what we know at this time.
Joining us now is someone who witnessed this horrific event firsthand, Jimmy Cothran. He has lived in New Orleans for 15 years. Jimmy, first off, I'm so sorry what you have been through. I'm sure you were still processing this. Tell us what you saw.
About 3:05, 3:10 this morning, me and my friend were heading from Lower Bourbon towards Canal. We seen up towards Crystal Burger and all that there was just a lot going on. And so we ducked off into a nightclub real quick. And within 2 minutes of walking in, 4 or 5 girls come running in, push past security and hide under tables. Me and my friend living here, kind of knowing what's what and things that have been on the news, we didn't take any chances. We ran upstairs to the balcony area that we knew was there. And when we got up there, it wasn't anyone chasing anybody. It was just unimaginable casualty. I mean, just the disfigurement and the bodies strewn, something you can't unsee, you'll never forget.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, just 48 hours ago, when I told y'all to be careful, I told y'all to be safe, I told y'all to be prayerful, I could not have predicted that we'd be talking about terrorism in the first 48 hours of 2025. I've told y'all before, if you follow me on this channel, I am not a prophet, so I don't make spiritual predictions on this channel, but I do take in a lot of news. Therefore, I am well informed to know about situations like this and to be able to look off in the future with a little piece of foresight and say, I see what's coming because I see what has been. And here we are, 48 hours into 2025, and we see what this previous administration has wrought. Joe Biden had the unmitigated gall to come before us and read a statement and walk off in his geriatric gait. Walk off without taking any questions, without answering anything about what he knows, what he's seen, what he's heard about this situation. So here we are. Y'all, when I said be safe, I meant be safe. I mean, be in the house. I mean, be out the way. But there are people among us who don't get that message, and they are intent on celebrating, on turning up, on doing their thing on New Year's Eve. And here we are with this terrorist. Can I say that? Y'all, they might block this video just because I said the word, but this man, Shamsud Din Jabbar, is who they have identified at this point. They have named the terrorist. They have named the criminal. They have named the murderer. Y'all, this man got in a truck, a pickup truck, a Ford F-150, I believe, that he rented through a share app. And he plowed down so many people. 15, last number I heard. 15 dead on New Year's Eve, y'all. This is an incredible situation. So many people thought they could go out and just turn up. Thought they could just worship the devil. on New Year's Eve. Thought they could bring in the new year in a secular way. No, they wasn't in watch meeting service. No, they wasn't in prayer service. No, they wasn't by their bedside praying for the success of this nation and of the world. No, they was out there, y'all. They was drinking, they was partying, they was dancing, they was having a good old time, and all of a sudden, Shamsud bin Jabbar decided he was going to take this rental truck and plow down as many people as he could. I bet if you could prick his brain out of his dead corpse laying there in the street, I saw the images. If you could prick his brain, he would say, I wish I could have got 15 more. Plowed down these people, hopped out the vehicle, started firing at the police, and they took him out. Thank God. They eliminated the threat because people like this are a threat to American society. But here we are, y'all, in 2025. Having survived, some of us, the Joe Biden administration, and here we are, left to deal with the fallout of what this administration has wrought by letting all of these people into this country. And you say, okay, well, he was an American citizen. He was in the army. He was in the military. Well, just because he's in the military doesn't mean that he is not a threat or an enemy to America. And that is the house cleaning that must take place in this new administration, because our feckless politicians that we have sent to Washington, that we have voted for, have been so personally interested, that have been so treasonous, that they have gone to Washington and enriched themselves at the detriment of American society. They have taken our jobs and sent them overseas for payouts. Yo, these folks are treasonous. And yet they are our elected officials sent to Washington to represent us. They tax us to death. Take our tax dollars and give them to illegal immigrants. Take our tax dollars and send them over to Ukraine for stuff we ain't got no business even being involved in. Take our tax dollars and send them to Gaza. The future of America may require, I got to be careful, y'all, I'm on them folks' platforms, but the future of America may require a revolution in this country, the likes of which we have not seen in decades, in generations. When I say be safe, I mean protect you and yours. I mean be a little selfish in this moment. I need you to advise your neighbors and your friends and your loved ones to be selfish in this moment. If everybody take care of themselves and everybody focus on the goal, we might be able to weed out folks like this who have sat among us for years. Yeah, our society has been infiltrated. I saw somebody on the X platform say that. We have been infiltrated at every level. From your average citizen to your corporate citizen to your elected official. We have been infiltrated by foreign adversaries, by domestic adversaries that mean this country no good, that mean you and I no good. They are not for us. They are not with us. They don't agree about the things that we seem to agree about. And here you have Shamsud bin Jabbar. Divorced twice, allegedly. In financial debt, reportedly. Had a good job at Deloitte. Doing good, making good money, but still couldn't survive because he didn't manage his money right. He couldn't get his life together. And listen, let me say this, because some of y'all look at this picture, this image of this man, and you say, oh, he's a blackity black. No, he not. No, let's get that straight. Just like y'all got Kamala Harris wrong, thinking she was a blackity black. This ain't a blackity black either. Don't put that on the black community. We're not trying to fester religious discrimination, but this man was allied with a certain religious perspective. Don't matter what his skin color looked like. No, he had a certain mental state that we need to recognize in this country and say, they are not for us. They ain't like us, y'all. It's not about skin color. It's about mentality. It's about psychology. And people like this that we allow in this country, that we train in our military, to be killers. These people are among us. And if it were up to you and I, they wouldn't be. But it ain't up to us. It's up to these politicians who have allowed these people to infiltrate American society. And here we are in 2025, y'all, only 48 hours in, and we dealing with this.
Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found. And we are working on confirming if it's a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street to St. Anne. That is my ask. Once again, stay away from Bourbon Street, Canal Street, all the way to St. Anne until we can figure out what is going on. Our goal is to provide you additional information at the 11 a.m. press conference. Devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter. As of now, 2 IEDs have been found and rendered safe. The FBI Special Agent bomb technicians, as well as our local law enforcement partners, have been working to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they will work to render those devices safe. The FBI, we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism. We're aggressively running down all of the leads to identify the possible subject's associates. We're working to ensure that there is no further threat. We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We're aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates. That's why we need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Shamsud Din Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help. We're asking anyone who has information, video, or pictures to provide it to the FBI. We have set up a digital tip line as well as our 1-800 number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Please provide us with any information that can assist us in this investigation.
Thank you, Governor and Mayor. For those who do not know me, my name is Ann Kirkpatrick. I'm the Chief of Police of New Orleans. My official title is Superintendent, but my role is as Chief of Police. You know, you've heard some of the details today, and over the last 24 hours, we had approximately 400 officers in the French Quarter. And as we know, this is not just an act of terrorism. This is evil. And when we face evil, we have a choice. We can run in fear, or we can indeed stand in strength. In a time of crisis, people are looking for leadership. You are looking at the leadership. And I promise you, as the Chief of Police of this city has been tried by fire before. But fire purifies. Fire makes things stronger. We have a plan. We know what to do. We are going to get these people. There is a path forward. Very pleased that we will be back to having a wonderful game tomorrow night. New Orleans police have proven their ability to make this.
We're just hearing now from the Associated Press that investigators have reviewed video of 3 men and a woman placing possible explosives around this area. Tracy, this is brand new into our newsroom. So what does that tell you? And to the point about the sheets, I think the sheets were also put up to shield the hotel guests' eyes from the carnage on the street. So you're right with those 2 points. But now we're hearing this video of 3 men and 1 woman placing items, and it seems as though they are connected to the suspect. Tracy, what do you say to that?
Well, this is very, very similar to the Boston Marathon bombing that was just brought up, and the Tsarnaev brothers, where you had two of them, right, placing those IEDs. This is not at all surprising because I do think it would have taken multiple individuals to place the IEDs, plan on where that placement would be, as well as then obviously use the vehicle to ram this crowd. But what that also tells me as well is, look, I'm former law enforcement. I think law enforcement is actually doing an excellent job here. But it seems to me that there may not have been explosive sweeps that were done of the French Quarter and of Bourbon Street in particular as a result of securing this area, because part of me does wonder if that explosive would have been picked up by either a dog or a device. Again, I can't say for certain if that occurred, but part of me does wonder. There's no question they are now looking for these individuals and combing through particularly that digital evidence.
Breaking news all day long. We are expecting an update from authorities at 2 p.m. Eastern on last night's chilling attack in New Orleans. The FBI is investigating the incident as an act of terrorism. At least 10 people were killed when an individual drove a truck into a busy crowd of people on Bourbon Street. At least 35 others have been reported injured. Following the crash, the suspect got out of the vehicle, opened fire on police, wounding 2 of them. Police say the suspect is dead, and FBI sources telling Fox that the suspect's truck had Texas plates. It is unclear if the truck crossed the border, but it was placed near Eagle Pass, Texas, back on November 16th. It changed ownership at some point between then and now. Joining me now, we've got Fox News Justice correspondent David Spunt. He is at the White House with more details as they emerge. David.
Well, hey, Kennedy, President Biden continuing to get updates from his Homeland Security Secretary Ali Mayorkas, as well as Attorney General Merrick Garland, FBI Director Christopher Wray. The FBI is leading this case. We did just hear from the president. He's spent the night, New Year's Eve, in Wilmington, Delaware at his home. He and the First Lady are heading to Camp David for the day. Here's what he had to say about this terrible tragedy. Watch.
You've all got my statement. I'll have more to say in the next hour or so.
Do you understand if the person crossed the border?
I'm not going to comment on any specific yet. I've contacted every agency in the federal government as well as the state. We're all coordinating to get to the bare facts.
Can you say if he was a foreigner or if he was a domestic?
I'm not going to say anything until I get all the facts in front of me.
So President, do you think other events has the suspect been identified?
Again, I'm not going to comment until I speak to the group later. I've spoken to every member of the agency, from the CIA to our national security team, to our FBI, NSC, and we're getting gathering more in, and it's been a long time ago.
What was your reaction when you heard what happened?
The reaction was one of anger and frustration. Thank you.
Now, y'all, I need y'all to get these DEI hires in order. I need y'all to get them out of Homeland Security type positions, because they don't make us feel secure at all. They don't make us feel safe at all. When you put these folks out here to make these feckless statements, these useless statements saying, oh, well, I ain't got much information. I'm just standing in front of the camera to let y'all know that we thinking about it, we talking about it, we discussing it amongst ourselves. Listen, lady, with your beautiful chocolate self, with that ring in your nose that you took out later on, and you took a lot of heat for that, I know. But these DEI hires are not keeping America safe. Yo, I need us as a country, as a nation, to do better. Yeah, when Donald Trump talks about merit, there's some credibility to that statement. We need the best people in position that's going to keep us safe. I needed somebody to be on top of this dude's head. Oh, well, he in the military? I need the military to monitor him a little bit more closely, because somebody let this man slip through with this military training. I need somebody to be on top of this. I need somebody to put a profile together in that FBI. Y'all, we can't wait for Kash Patel to get in there and clean house. I just read a report the other day of folks saying, if y'all nominate Kash Patel and confirm him in the Senate, we are going to quit We are going to leave. Listen, goodbye. May God bless you in your new profession, because the FBI is not where you belong in the 2025 America. We have serious threats to this country. Threats that we can't pray away. Threats that we can't praise away. We can't read our Bible enough to stop these demons that have been unleashed on our country by our own elected officials, y'all. I need you to understand where I'm going with this. This is our fault. We have put these people in positions and they have sold out the country. This is treasonous behavior, especially in the last 4 years of this administration. And look, even in Donald Trump's first administration, he didn't pay enough attention to it because he didn't know what was going on in Washington. He said, I'm going to drain the swamp. But he didn't realize how deep the swamp really was. And that's why we appreciate him getting a 4-year vacation and figuring things out and seeing what he did wrong and reflecting on his past administration. However, America has suffered so much in the last 4 years. This man, this president that y'all elected, even though I believe that 2020 was stolen. Hopefully I can say that on this platform now without being blocked and banned. I believe the election was stolen, but this man was placed in office with his cognitive decline. And people in that administration have been enemies of this country for the last 4 years, and they have implemented policies that have set us back so far, that have threatened the idea of America so much. It's difficult to even predict what will happen in the future, even with all that information, even with all that news, even with everything that we take in cognitively. I fear that we have no idea what is to come. We have no idea who or what has infiltrated this society. And we are here as everyday Americans and taxpayers, we're here to deal with it. So when I say protect yourself in 2025, when I say be a little selfish in 2025, love on you, love on yours, love on your friends and your neighbors and your loved ones. Y'all, I'm so serious, I can't overemphasize that enough. Because these people that we have entrusted to uphold the Constitution have done everything but. Pictures just came out of Joe Biden with President Xi of China. Introducing President Xi to Hunter Biden. Joe Biden said, oh, I never talked to my son about his overseas deal. We knew you was lying back then. Oh, I've never met with my son's international contacts and business contacts overseas. We knew you was lying back then. You are a liar. You've been lying for 50 years in your public service to America. We see you for who you are. We followed you. We know your record. It is well documented. And these people have put you in the White House to enact these policies on America. We will not forgive you. We will not forget you. And I hope that this upcoming administration gives you everything that you deserve. And there you have it, y'all. These are the people that you have put in place to run your government. These are the people that you have elected, supposedly, allegedly. The people that you have selected to run this government for you and protect you and your families, to protect this country and uphold the Constitution. Well, it seems like they're failing on every level, at every end. So what do? Yeah, we stay prayerful. We get off in that Bible. We read that word. We connect. But I need y'all to connect on a physical level. I need you to be upstanding Americans. I need y'all to protect yourselves and your loved ones and your friends and your family members. I need you to be hard in 2025 and go for it and understand that you can't depend on some of these people you have elected. You can't depend on some of these people who are in place to protect and serve. because it might take them 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to get there to answer your issue. No, I need you to go for self. Be a little selfish in 2025 until we can get these things sorted out, because it is a total mess in America, and it's going to take people like this, and it's going to take people who we've elected in the past election. It's going to take them a while to figure things out. There's so many fires burning by this previous administration. And look, we still got a couple weeks before Donald Trump even takes office, y'all. They still got 2 weeks to start more fires. When they take office, when Donald Trump gets in place, there's going to be so many fires burning. It's going to take him a while just to figure out which way is up. I understand he says he's going to get in there on day one and do certain things. But bruh, the building is already burning and you ain't there yet. We understand it. We believe that you're going to get in there and do better things for this country, but the country does not depend on one man. No, it is up to us as American citizens to uphold this country, to uphold the Constitution, to do better for ourselves and our communities. I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say here. There's so much I want to say that I can't say on them folks' platform, but I need you to understand that incidents like this will continue to happen because of decisions that were made by our elected officials. So I need you to understand that you may have to live your life for a little while, for a little piece, like ain't nobody coming to save you, because no one is. So here we are. Welcome to 2025. Stay prayerful, stay aware, stay vigilant, and keep that thing on you. Oh, what thing is he talking about? I'm talking about this thing right here and that other thing too. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this. I'd love to know your thoughts on this topic and others. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video so we can get more people involved in the conversation, y'all. And like I always say, always remember and never forget, without the gospel, it's just chops. Until next time, peace.